Hello, YouTube. This is Bash, bringing you here for the semifinals of UPC Season 5 when we are up against Jimmy G and the Pittsburgh Registeelers. We have a terrifying team of Don Wings, Necrozma, Wobbuffet, Porygon Z, Ditto, Serena, Lycanroc, Midday, Rotom Wash, Donphan, Mega Pinsir, Bisharp, Venomoth, and Blaziken Z captains being Venomoth, Lycanroc, Midday, I skipped over all those. Donphan, Bisharp, Serena, Ditto, and Porygon Z. My team consists of Whimsicott, Thundy T, Greninja Protean, Mega Altaria, Blissey, Gothitelle Victini, Fortress, Kyurem White, Suicune, Cobalion, Nidoking, Z captains being Whimsicott, Thundy T, Victini, and Cobalion. Now, we have played Jimmy G in the regular season, and he ended up bringing Wobbuffet. I believe it was Wobbuffet, Lycanroc, Midday, Rotom, Wash, Donphan, Mega Pinsir, and Bisharp were his Monty brought. He ended up bringing a setup Mega Pinsir, Sash, lead Lycanroc, Midday, Wobbuffet with Encore, and I believe it was Iapa Berry. I forgot which item he was. He might have been leftovers. He was, I believe, setup Bisharp. And I think that's all I know of. And Rotom Bosch was kind of bulky, if I remember correctly. So it was from a while ago. But I have built a new team. I did hold some tricks off for that, but here we got Cobalion with Taunt, Swords Dance, Iron Head, Close Combat, Steelium Z. So this thing literally destroys his team. It's the purpose is to set up on Wobbuffet. He used the Wobbuffet a lot to encore things into moves. So if I can taunt that, then Cobalion gets a free Sword Stance, and that's really good for my team to be able to break or beat his team. Actually, at this point, there's only a couple mons that naturally outspeed Cobalion at the speed tier, and that is Lycanroc, Midday, and that's it. I believe Lycanroc Midday is the only Pokemon that outspeeds my Cobalion, unless there's a mon that's Scarf, and well, I guess Ditto also. So that's good, something to note. Taunt, of course, is for the setup for Wobbuffet. It's also nice for Rotom Wash if he tries to burn me, as well as Venomoth to prevent that from setting up or clicking Sleep Powder. So that's really nice as well. If I get up Sword Stance, Z Iron Head takes out the Necrozma Dawn Wings from full. It also presses a lot. Rotom Wash, if it's physically defensive, I do need some chip after +2. If I'm not Sword Stance, +2 for close combat to OHKO it. I do need to break some things down, so that's something to note. Then we got the same Nimbus set from before, from Mega Altaria. I think it's the best set for this match. Dragon Dance, Frustration, Mud Slap, Roost. Mud Slap, of course, is for the Wobbuffet. I do not want this thing being annoying for me, so I am bringing Frustration again. We have played these mind games with Jimmy for a while for Ditto, with both last season with Mega Salamence, and now this year with Mega Altaria. If he decides to bring it, I'm bringing Frustration with 0 happiness. Hopefully he brings max happiness, so Frustration doesn't do much. But that's it. Dragon Dance. This thing literally could destroy his team. He doesn't have the best resist to Fairy. His only really good resist is in fact the Venomoth, and that's not going to take does not want to take a Frustration at +1. So that's something to note also. Then we got a very similar Frostfire set. This thing literally destroys this team. Subject to Ice Beam, Earth Power, Roost. The only thing that's really switches into this and does not get 2-hit KO'd or 1-hit KO'd, I believe, is the Wobbuffet on his team, which is very good for me, honestly. So that's something to note. So I'm expecting Wobbuffet to switch on this. So might be a good chance to get Cobalion in and try to taunt. So, or make a double out into Cobalion, taunt it, and start setting up with it. So that's something to note. Then we got Greninja here with Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, U-Turn, Low Kick. So this is here. Is this going to be my designated lead if I see Lycanroc Dusk? 100%. It's my lead. Water Shuriken, I want to prevent those rocks going up, and Water Shuriken can take out Lightning Rock midday. I believe if it gets 3 hits, it takes it out. I would need to check. Let me check real quick, actually. Lightning Rock midday. Okay, so I would need, well, okay, possibly 4. I'm going to need 4 hits, or 5, probably. So that's something to note. Low kick is there for the Bisharp, as well as if he decides to copy my Cobalion, I can hit it with the low kick pretty well. So that's something to note. Low kick also hits the um, well, it doesn't really hit anything else, I guess, on his team other than that, and I guess Porygon Z. So, but that's that. Then we got Suicune here. Rest, Sleep Talk, Roar, Scald. Rest, Sleep Talk, Roar, Scald. Very physically defensive set. Want to be able to take hits from Mega Pinsir, from Bisharp, from the Blaziken, all those, to just roar it out or scald it or whatever. Do whatever I need to wear those things down and prevent it from sweeping me. So then we got Victini. U-turn, Blue Flare, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Choice Scarf, Victini. Really hits this team hard. The only thing I need to make sure of is I do not get trapped by Wobbuffet, because that could be very scary for me if I do get trapped by Wobbuffet. Blue Flare is really nice for the Venomoth as well as the Bisharp. Shadow Ball hits the Dawn Wings really hard, the Wobbuffet, stuff like that, and it can hit Ditto as well as it transforms into me. Blue Flare also hits the Serena really hard. I believe my last move is Energy Ball that hits Lake Rock Midday, Rotom Wash, and Donphan really hard. So that's what it is. See, with this team, what his plan is to do is to get Wobbuffet and core one of my mons into a safe move, because usually when you're in with a Wobbuffet, you click a safe move like Toxic or like Subs or something like that, or Roost, and it's going to try to encore you into it so I can get free setup with Mega Pinsir or Bisharp or Venomoth. I'm not going to let that happen this match. I do not want that to happen at all. If I do get, I'm not going to bring Cure Blight in on a Wobbuffet. I'm going to sub up, and I'm just going to keep spamming Ice Beam, because Ice Beam's going to do a lot to Wobbuffet, I think. Even if it's, I believe, if he's max HP. I know this thing's really fat. Ice Beam has a chance to pretty much 2 shots if he's just max HP. So that's really good to know with Never Melt Ice. So I'm going to try to plan maybe to try to do that. That might work for my team. And just spamming Ice Beam is just really good for me. Then we got Greninja, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, U-turn, Low Kick. As we said before, this thing, I really like the priority option with Water Shuriken to hit the Mega Pinsir, the Venomoth, and the Blaziken, because Blaziken is also very scary if it's not dealt with right. I'm not sure if he'll bring Dawn Wings. He did not bring Dawn Wings last time. I have pretty good checks to it, I guess, in Blissey and the Greninja. So I'm not entirely sure if he'll bring it or not. If he does, I think he's going to be mixed. I don't think Psyshock does enough from the Cosmo Dawn Wings to Blissey, so that's something to note. I also don't think Serena comes. Serena, I feel like, is just so weak in this match against me. It's not really, the only thing he'll really do is pressure the Suicune. So I'm not really sure. It gets thrown out by everything. If I had to say, I definitely think the Wobbuffet's coming. I definitely think Wobbuffet and Rotom Wash are guaranteed bring. I think they're definitely going to come. After that, I would probably say Mega Pinsir would come. I think Mega Pinsir will come because my flying checks are not the best in this game, in this league. So after that, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Ditto, Porygon Z. After that, I'm not really sure exactly what he'll do, but that's what I'm thinking. So if that's the case, I do think we have ways to set up and break his team, as well as ways to sweep an end. And if it really comes down to it, Victini can put in the absolute work if I come to a spot where I could just spam Blue Flare the rest of the match. So I'm going to cut to the match, and hopefully we pull out this dub. Hello, YouTube. We're back. And sorry, it's post comp. I went to do the battle, and the recording kind of shut off halfway through. So I decided to do this post com instead of trying to salvage everything, or whatever, because I would have missed like half the battle, um, because it crashed. So he ended up bringing the Venomoth, the Rotom Wash, the Serena, the Necrozma Dawn Wings, the Donphan, and the Mega Pinsir. Um, Mega Pin. His Mega Pinsir is very scary for me because I do not have a flying resist on my team really. Very scary. So, and I also need to be careful with Necrozma Dawn Wings. I did not expect. He didn't bring it. He did bring it. Didn't bring it last time, which was very confusing. But I could see a little bit why because Greninja and Blissey. But right now it kind of looks very terrifying because I took away a little bit of prep for that and prepped a little more for Wobbuffet, which he didn't actually bring this time. So that's very problematic, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna lead off, I believe, with Greninja here. Turn one. There's no Lightning Rock for rocks or anything like that, and Greninja did alright against most of his team. Rotom Wash could be kind of annoying for a lead, but I could just U-turn out unless it's Scarf, which if he leads Rotom, I'm kind of expecting a little bit Scarf. And I don't want to risk Greninja that early because Greninja helps with Necrozma. So I'm gonna lead with I'm gonna lead with Greninja, but he leads with Rotom, so I'm gonna hard switch into Kyurem. Rotom can't do anything to Kyurem other than Toxic Me. So I'm just gonna Kyurem, and he's gonna click Volt Switch here. Does nothing to Kyurem. He'd set up. He's gonna go Donphan here, which is very surprising. And I was thinking maybe he would forget about the Sturdy or something like that. Maybe that's why he went to this on this turn. But either way, Stone Edge doesn't take me out anyway from here. It's not. It doesn't even like the only way he could take me out, even if it's max HP Adamant, is if he actually is. He gets a crit. That's the only way he would take me out. So I'm just gonna click Ice Beam here, and he's gonna get he's gonna have the Yachi Berry, but he gets frozen, which really sucks for him because he could have went for a Stone Edge, which could have got me damage off, and I could have been forced to roost. But I get a free sub because of that, and that's really sucks for him. I'm sorry about that, Jimmy. But I get a free sub here, and Rotom. If this is defensive, it gets 2-3 shot. If it's offensive, this thing gets like destroyed. So I'm gonna go for Earth Power here because it hits because of Terror Fusion. Turbo Fusion. I don't know what his ability. I forgot the ability. And Hydro Pump does not actually break my sub from Kyurem. Volt Switch will here, but other than that, nah. He's gonna go for a Volt Switch. And he's gonna go to Mega Pinsir. Rotom is now at 1%, so that thing is pretty much dead. And he's going to Mega Pinsir, and I'm going to make the play into Victini because there's no way he takes me out with a return here unless, and that means he has to go for close combat, and Victini completely walls close combat here. So, and there's no rocks up, so that's why Victini is such a kind of a freer switch in, as he gets the return off, does a lot. That's fine. And then I could just here at this turn, I'm just gonna click Blue Flare, hit something hard. Rotom Wash will go down here. That's fine. And at this turn, I believe he goes Necrozma. Yeah, he goes Necrozma here. Very scary. I'm gonna immediately go to Suicune to try to roar this thing out. I do not want this thing doing anything to me. As he autonomizes up, which is very, very, very scary. And he's gonna go for the Moongeist Beam, do like over half. I'm just gonna roar him out. I do not want this thing. I do not want to deal with a +2 Necrozma. He goes into Venomoth, and I'm just gonna roar again. I don't care if he's really T-Spikes or anything or Quiver Dance. I'm roaring anyway. And he actually reveals T-Spikes. Guessing he didn't expect Nidoking to come, so that's something to note. But I roar out Venomoth here. Sorry, this is going very fast. Hold up. He's gonna go into and goes into Mega Pinsir. So at this point, I was debating whether to click Scald or Rest or Roar. I decided to click Scald. I did not want this thing setting up on me, and getting some damage off on this and possibly getting a burn on this would be absolutely amazing. Rest would allow this thing to be too passive, and Roar would just bring me down, bring a new switch in, and it'd be really bad for me, honestly. So I'm just gonna click Scald here, and he's gonna click Return and to bring me really low here. As I click Scald, and Scald is gonna actually burn him, so that's pretty much a ton, like that Mega Pincer is not gonna do much at all. So that's that, and I'm going to actually right now sack off Suicune. That's fine. And I'm going to go into Cobalion here. Cobalion does not take much from a close combat at this point, and I could get a free Sword Stance right now. Doesn't take much from close combat Earthquake at this point. It does a little under half. So I'm going to click Sword Stance here. Try to set up here. At +2, I could destroy most of his team at this point. So he's going to go for a Return. Does a 30%. That's all right. And I have a choice here. I could either be greedy and go for the SD, or I can actually I could just kill this thing. See, here's the thing: if he gets a crit, or he actually just decides not to reveal close combat till now, Cobalion's pretty much done because Quick Attack will probably take it out after close combat damage. So I'm deciding I'm going to go for the Iron Head here. I do not want to be too greedy. And I'm going to go for the Iron Head. That takes it out. That takes out Mega Pincer. Looks really good for Cobalion at this point, as he's gonna wait a little bit, and he's gonna go into Serena at this point. So at this point, Serena, at max HP, in a little defense, it actually has a chance to get knocked out from a close combat at this point. So I'm just gonna click close combat. I'm just gonna click close combat here and see what how much damage I could do to this thing. As he actually goes into Dawn Fan and scouts out. If I went for the SD here, because the only way that Serena would have taken me out was with HAK here, and if he's adamant offensive. So I probably could have went for SD there, and I would have actually just swept right there. But now I have to decide whether I want to. Now I have to decide whether I want to use the Z move on Serena and Necrozma. If I take out the Serena here, it looks pretty nice. Although Serena doesn't do much against the rest of my team, but I'd rather have Cobalion I want Cobalion kind of set up still to put on some damage against Necrozma. Here's the thing, though. The situation, close combat doesn't... I think he has the chance more... If he's max HP, a little defense, he has more of a chance to live than... The roll is in his favor, so I'm not gonna click close combat here. I'm just gonna click the Z move right now and pop off the Z move. Take out Yoga Pants right here with Braveheart. Braveheart, we are slaying the Yoga Pants right now. As down goes Serena. It's amazing for us. And now the Necrozma Dawn Wings I know is coming in, and that's the last huge round of his team, and I cannot let this thing be too much to me. So here's the thing: I also debated between, because I actually have Taunt and Cobalion, as you saw from the team builder, as I can either go for Taunt or Iron Head. See, here's the thing: Iron Head had the chance to flinch also, but I can't really ask for that. Iron Head was nice if he decided to just attack me. If he decides to set up, Taunt is better. So, like, in this situation, I decided to go with Iron Head, although, as you'll see, I'm going to probably regret it in a second, as Iron Head does over half, and he's going to go for the Tauntamize. And if I click Taunt, this game is pretty much over. 100% right here at the start. Game is over. Everything on my Greninja could come in and just win right here. But no, I decided to go for the Iron Head, and that's going to cost me Cobalion here. And possibly another Mon too, depending. So Mega Altaria actually lives on Moongeist Beam here, and so does Kyurem White. So I'm gonna go into Mega Altaria though here, just in case, because it does more to Kyurem does more to Venomoth than Mega Altaria. I'm just gonna click Frustration here, and Moongeist Beam does a lot, 81%, but I still live it. I'm gonna pop off a Frustration, and down goes Dawnwing Necrozma. And this is looking pretty much GG because I did not see Quiver Dance at all on Venomoth when he has a T-Spike. He's a T-Spiker. As now he brings in Venomoth, and I'm just gonna click Mud Slap, and I'm actually faster than Venomoth, so this is like like a bulky Venomoth, um, and which is really funny. So I get the accuracy drop off, and he clicks Sludge Bomb, and Victini just comes in here and just wins the game here, and the New York Mews, are heading back to finals. Finally, we have not been to finals since season 2 of UPC, and now we are here with a team I didn't actually expect in the beginning of the season. This team was I felt very uncomfortable about the team in the beginning of the season, but we decided to make some changes, and we were able to learn what our team does and how it functions well. And we were able to pull out a 3-0 win against Jimmy and move on to the finals. GG Jimmy, I'm sorry about the freeze. The freeze really sucks. Um, the burn, you can't really. It's hard to complain about a burn though, when it's, scald burns are so are it just feels like it's more likely to happen than it actually is. So like, really sorry about the freeze, because that freeze really did hurt a lot. So um, there's not much else to say. On the other side of the league, it's the other semifinals is between Sketch and Kurt. I do not know who won. I do not want to play either one of them, because they have pretty good matchups against me. But we're gonna have to soldier through this and hopefully claim a UPC championship. I would really love to do that. Um, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's postcom. As I said before, the recording went out on me right in the middle of the battle. So that's why it's like this. So GG to Jimmy. Thank you for watching, and Bash out.